friends, it is Jenna, what is up, and welcome back to the Board Game Garden, and welcome to one of every 3 videos where I do a little bit more of like a vlog style or just like a fun video where I'm actually like up and doing something, if that makes sense, instead of just sitting at my regular setup and talking about board games, even though we're still talking about board games today, y'all. But I had this fun challenge that someone actually commented. I don't remember what post it was on, but it was on a community post here on YouTube, and someone said that I should do a challenge where I go through my entire collection and make up a smaller collection of only being able to choose one game per shelf, which sounds so difficult, but I am very, very excited to try this and see what the collection is at the end of the videos. So if you guys want to do this, I definitely recommend trying it out and seeing what your collection turns out to be. I feel like this would be a good way to kind of see what your favorite games are, and just like if you had a smaller collection, what it would be compiled of, just by like choosing what your favorites are on each shelf. So if you guys want to see what my finished smaller collection of only being able to choose one per shelf looks like, then just keep on watching and let's get into this video, shall we? I'm very nervous. Okay, so starting off with shelf number 1. You guys are probably not going to be able to see me in some of these clips, but this is the top shelf of the left side, and these are all of my roll and writes, which, if you know me, you know I love roll and writes. So this is going to be a very difficult shelf. But I do already have it down to like maybe 3. My top 3 on this shelf would be Hadrian's Wall, of course, Three Sisters, or Dungeons, Dice, and Danger. And I'm trying to think which one of these 3 would be the one that would, you know, last the longest. Which one would I have the most fun with over a long period of time? Dungeons, Dice, and Danger is good because it does have 4 different maps. It can be played solo, which Three Sisters can be played solo as well, but the game is going to be pretty much the same the entire time. And Hadrian's Wall actually just came out with a like campaign solo game, like a solo campaign. So I think it's kind of down to both Dungeons, Dice, and Danger and Hadrian's Wall. Ooh, I think I'm gonna have to go with Hadrian's Wall. I've always said that Hadrian's Wall has been like my favorite roll and write. Here he is. Hadrian's moving on to the small collection, y'all. I will also say that Cartographers and Cartographers Heroes and all of the Welcome Twos, those were close as well. Oh, and Rolling Realms. Oh, Rolling Realms is nice because it does have like a bunch of new realms coming out eventually. Jamie Stegmaier has like posted a huge pile of like different realms from different publishers that are coming out in the future slowly, and that's pretty exciting. And that would make it like last a long time, I guess, because I could be playing with a bunch of different realms. I'm gonna stay with my Hadrian's Wall choice, y'all, because this is like probably going to be the hardest decision here, but I'm just gonna stick with Hadrian's Wall. Moving on to the second shelf. This one is compiled of just a bunch of like red and like orange games. If you do not know, I have our collection organized by color currently, but I might be changing it up again soon. We will see. But this shelf has some pretty good ones. We got Terraforming Mars, Ares Expedition, we have Cafe, Parks, Baron Park, Bites. We have Architects of the West Kingdom from Garfield Games. And then yes, I do realize this is an expansion for Paladins of the West Kingdom, which we do not have the base game for that, but it is currently on its way. And I do want to maybe in the future get some of the Architects of the West Kingdom expansions. And then we also have Catan, which We do really love Catan in this family. Francis' family really love playing Catan. That's why we have the 5 to 6 player expansion. We play that quite often, the 6 of us. But then we also really do love Castles of Burgundy. I will say we've only played Architects once, so that one's kind of like out of the running. Deception, no. Sushi Roll, no. Bites is good, but it's a pretty like lightweight game. Same with Barren Park. We do enjoy Barren Park though, and I need to keep in mind with choosing, I need to choose a good array of games. I can't just pick all of my favorites. I need to make sure I have some lightweight games, some games I can play solo, some games we can play with family. So it might actually be a good idea to pick like a lighter one. Parks I can play solo. It has 2 expansions that I have yet to get, so maybe that would be a good one. But I really need to make sure that I pick, you know, one tile placing game, because I really do like tile placement, and Barren Park would be a good one. But Terraforming Mars, Ares Expedition is great too, and I haven't even played the solo of that. And Cafe was one that I really enjoyed. Oh, y'all, this is gonna be real tough. I'm just saying right now. I'm having a hard time. Okay, so we do have Hadrian's Wall. Pretty heavy one, I can play it solo. I'm kind of tempted to either go for Castles of Burgundy. I believe Castles of Burgundy is only up to 4 players though. Oh my goodness, what did I get on my Castles of Burgundy? This one can go up to 6 players. Parks can go up to 5 players. Oh, I'm stuck between these 3. Catan, Barren Park, or Parks. Oh God. Okay, well, I will say that Parks is one that I do enjoy solo quite a bit, but I already have Hadrian's Wall that I enjoy solo as well, and bigger player counts of Parks is not amazing. Barren Park would be a nice one to have just as a lightweight game, but then Catan is just like a classic and we really enjoy it as a family. I think I might be going with Catan, y'all. And I know lots of people are gonna be like, how are you picking Catan over all of these games? But it's just a really solid freaking game and we really enjoy it. Especially with the 5 to 6 player expansion. I think I'm going with Catan. Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. But you gotta think of family, okay? Family before anything else. All right, so we are now moving into the 3rd shelf. This is the oranges moving into the yellows, as well as my little stack of amazing pencil first games. Oh, this is gonna be hard. We also have Caverna down here. We have the Whatnot cabinet from Pencil First Games, we have Calico, we have Azul Summer Pavilion, Dixit, Just One, which is a fantastic party game, Vivid, I really enjoy this one, but it doesn't have a solo variant. I think someone posted that it has one on BGG. There's Splendor, Caverna. Okay. So this one's pretty easy for me. Do I want to do Caverna? It's kind of a tie between Caverna, the Whatnot cabinet, as well as Floriferous, which I have not really talked about too much on the channel, but it's a very fun card drafting game and set collection game that has a good solo variant, but the Whatnot cabinet also has a good solo variant. But do I want to pick this over Caverna? That is my question. I will say we already have 2 pretty heavy games. Catan is not incredibly heavy, but we have Hadrian's Wall, and there's probably going to be some more heavier games being added soon. So I think it might be the Whatnot cabinet might be the winner of this shelf. All right, there it is. We got a cute little lightweight one. You guys can't see my face. We have a cute little lightweight one that I can play with family. I can play solo. I think this is a good choice. Next shelf, I think this might be pretty easy for me to choose. This is a shelf that doesn't have a ton on it just because Scythe takes up so much room. So it's kind of a close choice between Awkward Guests and Scythe. Scythe is one that Francis and I really enjoy playing together. We've played this once with 4 players, but ultimately we really enjoy this as a 2-player game. I don't think family could play Scythe with us, but Awkward Guests is one that we really enjoy, which if you haven't seen the Awkward Guests cover, it looks like that. But Awkward Guests is one that we play often with family. As well on this shelf we have Coffee Roaster, which is a really fun solo-only game. I think I'm gonna pass on that one for now because I already have a few games that I can play solo. And then I also have Indian Summer, which is an Uwe tile placement game, which is a lot of fun. I've only played it solo so far, but I don't think I like it as much as Scythe. So ultimately, ooh, am I gonna choose Scythe? I think I might choose Scythe. It also has a solo variant, which apparently is very good. I think Scythe is coming to the collection. Next up. So these are the last 2 shelves on this shelf. This is kind of where I put new games as well as games that we need to play that have been sent over to us. So this pile here are games that we played Hero once, which we need to play that more. But these are a pile here that we have yet to play, as well as Streets. But we have played Villagers, and we have played these 3 party games. So that's kind of gonna be my choices here, aside from Streets. But these 3 party games are ones that we just recently got, and I think the one that we enjoyed the most was So Clover, which is a fantastic party game, but we also really enjoyed Medium. And we enjoyed Wavelength as well. But then also Villagers. Oh, Villagers is such a good card drafting game. But I really need to think about what games we can play with family and stuff, because I don't want to make a board game collection of just games that like Francis and I play, and we can't like play with family because they're too difficult. I don't think Villagers would be too difficult for family, but at the same time it's nice to have lighter weight party games in the collection as well. I think we might go with So Clover as the choice for this shelf. But these 2 party games, Medium and Wavelength, are also amazing. And then Villagers is a fantastic card drafting game. Oh, that was a very difficult choice, but the winner is So Clover. All right, so you guys can probably not see me again, but I'm here. Hello. Hey. But this is the top shelf of the right bookshelf, and this is where we keep a lot of our smaller card games. And, oh, Penny has joined us. If you guys can hear her tippy tappies. Hi, little one. So this is going to be a pretty difficult shelf because they are smaller box games, so there are a lot more on this shelf to choose from. But some standouts here. We have some Dutch Blitz, which Dutch Blitz is one of our favorite card games as a family. Love Dutch Blitz! We have 2 packs of Dutch Blitz to be able to play up to 8 players, and that is a fun time, let me tell you. Dutch Blitz, very fun. We also have Oh Hanami by Pandasaurus here. That one's a very fun, lightweight card game that's easy to get to the table. Veggies is also very fun by DeVere, a good set collection game, card drafting. Francis and I really have enjoyed Fox in the Forest Duet. That's a 2-player cooperative game, trick-taking game. Radlands we just recently played. Oh, Arboretum's really fun. The Crew is a great like family cooperative game. Point Salad, Dog Lover, oh, Seven Wonders Duel, oh dang. Oh no, which of these would be the best to play? We have Scythe, which is one that Francis and I enjoy playing 2-player. What else would Francis and I enjoy playing together? Seven Wonders Duel's pretty tempting. Fantastic game. I will say we've only played Bradlands once, we've only played Arboretum once. Really enjoyed both of them. I just feel like I can't put them in the collection as of yet, just because we've only played it a few times. The same with the Fox and the Forest duet. So it's pretty much between Seven Wonders Duel, Dog Lover, and Point Salad are fantastic, fantastic games that we really enjoy playing. They can only, oh actually, Point Salad can go up to 6 players. That's kind of tempting. Love me some Point Salad. But I will say Francis doesn't love Point Salad, so we might be going with some Dutch Blitz, y'all. This is a great game, small box, but the crew as well. This is a hard one. Oh no. Why can't I have 2 from a shelf? Okay, I'm gonna put Dutch Blitz back. I know. Very sad. The crew is very fun. 3 to 5 players. I think, oh, am I really going with the crew right now? But what about Dog Lover? Or Seven Wonders Duel? No, we're going with the crew. The crew is the winner. Woo! Moving down to the next shelf, this is our greens and teals, I guess. And this one is going to be fairly easy for me. There's not a ton on this shelf that I love. My top contenders on this shelf are Miyabi, which I think this might be the one that I choose because it is a tile placement game and I really, really enjoy and want a tile placement game in the collection. But I also really enjoy Sagrada. Kabuto Sumo would be a good one to add for a dexterity game. But then we also have Mysterium's a really good family game. Forgotten Waters would get us a lot of plays because it is a campaign and we have only done one scenario. But also we do have The Search for Planet X, which is a fantastic deduction game. But ultimately, I think my heart is set on Miyabi. It's happening. Miyabi's the winner. All right, moving on to this shelf. This shelf I feel like is also a pretty easy choice for me. We have Takanoko, we have Tuki, fantastic dexterity game that we really, really enjoy. No, King of Tokyo. Tempting to do King of Tokyo because it is a pretty good classic game that can play up to 6 players, which is nice. Lanterns is a really nice lightweight one. Subterra, oof. Then also Santa Monica, Quacks of Quedlinburg, ooh. This actually might be a harder choice than I thought. I do enjoy Carcassonne, but we do already have a tile placement game. But also cooperative tile placement game. Subterra. Good for spooky season, y'all. Then at the same time, I really would love to have a dexterity game in the collection, but am I gonna pass up Subterra for Tuki? Tuki's so much fun though. I think I might choose Tuki. This is crazy. I'm gonna pick Tuki, guys. That is pretty insane, but it's a great family dexterity game. We have a ton of fun with it. All right, moving down to this shelf. There's not a ton on this shelf because Great Western Trail is Sideways, but this might be a pretty easy choice for me. It is pretty much between Great Western Trail. Trekking the World is very fun. But then also Tiny Towns. Tiny Towns is one that I don't enjoy multiplayer, but I do enjoy it solo. But again, how many games do I have on the table already that could be played solo? I have the Whatnot Cabinet, Hadrian's Wall, and Scythe. Do I need another solo game? Or should I bring in another big boy game? Both Maracaibo and Great Western Trail are fantastic games. We haven't played Great Western Trail in a long time. And I don't think I need any more like lightweight games. I feel like I need to bring in some bigger games. And I'm not like the hugest fan of Dead of Winter, so I'm gonna pass on that one. But I love Tiny Towns so much. Oof. This is a hard choice, actually. I think I might choose Maracaibo. I think it's just like fresh in my mind a little bit more than Great Western Trail. Also, Maracaibo has a campaign or like a scenario mode where you can go through a story, and I think that would allow us to play this more, and it wouldn't get as repetitive because you're playing through a bunch of different scenarios, whereas Great Western Trail is pretty much the same all the way through. So I think Maracaibo is going to be the winner. So we are down to the last two shelves, and then I think I might have to take a break, and then we'll go through the Kallax shelf a little bit later. It might be tomorrow because Francis and I need to go grocery shopping. But this shelf here is like our whites and our blacks, and there are a bunch of fun games on this shelf and a few games that are very near and dear to my heart. So this might be a little bit difficult for me to choose. Standouts for me are Clank or Clank in Space. I don't know which one I prefer as of yet. Clank in Space adds a nice little thing where you have to do some things before you can take an artifact, whereas in the original Clank, you're taking the artifact whenever you want. But then I do prefer the theme of the original Clank more than I prefer the Clank in Space. So I don't know about that one. Seven Wonders is one of my favorite games, so that is a pretty high contender. And then we also have Decrypto, which is a fantastic party game. Tokaido is just like very nostalgic to me because that was our first board game in our collection. But I think ultimately Seven Wonders might be the winner. And I was very sad that I didn't pick Seven Wonders Duel from the top shelf, so I think having Seven Wonders will make me happy. And also with this picking, I am including expansions. So I'm going to take the Leaders expansion, and then we also have the Cities expansion that we haven't even played yet. So there we go, Seven Wonders is the winner. And then before I stand up, we have the bottom shelf, which only has 3 games. We have Micro Macro Crime City Full House. We have Mansions of Madness, the second edition. I don't think there's actually a third edition. And then there is Gloomhaven, which I think Francis and I might be starting a campaign of Gloomhaven, and I'm kind of excited about that. So I might have to choose Gloomhaven. But I really enjoy Mansions of Madness as well. And we've only played one of the scenarios in Mansions of Madness. But I feel like there's so much more to play through in Gloomhaven. So I think we might be choosing Gloomhaven, y'all. This big boy here. So I am now back from the grocery store, and we are going to get back to doing this. So we are at the Kallax, which I'm doing a little bit differently than I did the other shelves. And basically what I was going to do before was I was going to treat one row as a shelf, but I feel like that's way too many board games. And also if other people want to do this and their Kallaxes are a little bit more full than ours. I feel like having to choose from one full row of Kallaxes is a lot of board games to choose from. So what I'm going to do, and what I believe someone told me to do in the comments of the last video, was I'm gonna do 2 cubes at a time. So 1 cube is usually, or all of these are 1 stack of board games and then 1 board game facing the front. We don't have a large collection as of right now, so all of the ones that are facing the front are literally just 1 single board game that I'm kind of displaying. So the first 2 that we're going to be going through is my stack of Red Raven Ryan Lockett games, and then also Spirit Island, which I will say now, we have yet to play Spirit Island. We want to, and I think we're gonna try to play it tonight. Fingers crossed. Really excited to learn that one, but it's out of contention because we have yet to play it. So now it's out of these games, which we have yet to play Haven as well. So it is really between Above and Below, Near and Far, and Rome. This one's hard because Above and Below has been a favorite of mine for years. I love Above and Below, but recently we picked up Near and Far, and honestly I am really liking Near and Far. But then we also do really enjoy Rome as well, which is like a smaller Red Raven game, but ultimately I think I am enjoying Near and Far enough that I think we're adding Near and Far. We're choosing that one as the game from those 2 cubes. I'm so sorry, Above and Below. I love you very much. Okay, so moving on to the next 2 cubes on the Kallax. We have Brass Birmingham, and we also have Viticulture, which with these, like with Wingspan and Viticulture, I am going to take it all as like 1 heap. So we would get Viticulture and Viticulture World, and then we would get Wingspan with the Oceania expansion. So out of these 3, Brass Birmingham is very fun, but it is a very heavy game. Do we need a lot of, I feel like we're kind of lacking in heavy games. So I feel like Brass might be the one I go for. I do already have Scythe, which is like one of my favorite Stonemaier games. Both Viticulture and Wingspan are Stonemaier as well. Both of them are absolutely amazing games. Absolutely love Viticulture. And the Viticulture World expansion adds some like cooperative, which I don't think we have a lot of cooperative here. What other, do we have any other cooperative games? Not really. So this might be like my only chance to get a cooperative game up in here. Ooh, snap. I might actually do Viticulture because I really enjoy it. Yeah, I think we're doing Viticulture, y'all, with the Viticulture World expansion. And we also have the Visit from Rhine Valley expansion too. So there we go. Moving on to the next 2, we have a bunch of good ones. And I think I might have already decided which one I'm going to keep, but we're going to go through them. We have Isle of Cats, which I have still yet to play. I really need to get that to the table. We have Kites, which is a fantastic cooperative, real-time, just like really low-key, kind of crazy game that is a lot of fun. We have Lost Ruins of Arnak, which is one of our favorites. Concordia, which is one of our favorites. And then also Alchemists. All 3 of these games are fantastic. Actually, all 4, but this one is obviously like a lot more chill and like an easygoing game. These ones are more difficult. So I honestly think, I think it was kind of a toss-up between Lost Ruins of Arnak and Concordia, and I think I'm gonna get Concordia. I'm so sorry, Lost Ruins of Arnak. I just played Lost Ruins of Arnak solo for the first time last night, and I will say it was very fun. But I believe Concordia also has a solo expansion, so I could pick that one up. If this was my ultimate collection, I would pick up the solo variant for Concordia. But that's the winner of this one. So these 2 shelves here, I think is going to be the most difficult choice that I'm going to have to make this entire video, because all 5 of these games are ones that I really, really enjoy. I've only played Underwater Cities once, so I will say that. Honey Buzz is fantastic. Absolutely love that game. It can play up to 4. Underwater Cities plays up to 4. Athenium Mystic Library plays up to 5. So that's kind of nice. And then we also have Merchants of the Dark Road, which is honestly one of like my favorite games. I really, really enjoy Merchants of the Dark Road. So all 4 of those are fantastic. But then we also do have my baby here, which is Seize the Bean. Freaking love this game so, so much. I do have the 5 to 6 player expansion, which would be nice to be able to have a 6-player game. And there are like a ton of different customer groups in Seize the Bean, so we still have so much more of the gameplay to explore. It has solo. Oh, dang. Dang, this is a hard choice. Oh no. Y'all, why am I taking this like so seriously? I'm like, no, I can't do it. I think Seize the Bean's gonna have to be the choice here. Freaking love Seize the Bean. Okay, yep. Oh, but then Merchants of the Dark Road is so good too. And Honey Buzz, and Athenium. Oh, okay, Seize the Bean. That's the winner. Okay, so we are down to our last 2 games in the collection. I think for this one, we have Everdell, Cascadia, Stardew Valley, Quest for El Dorado, and Taverns of Tiefenthal. I love all these games so, so much. I've only played Stardew Valley solo, and I don't know. This would be a good one to add to the collection because it's cooperative, and we don't have a ton of cooperative games. We have Viticulture World that we can play cooperative, and then I think the only other one is The Crew. I think those are the only cooperative ones. So it would be nice to add a cooperative. We do have an option of a cooperative over here. Everdell is fantastic. I just said that funny. Everdell is fantastic. Cascadia would be a really nice one for like a lightweight game. The same as Quest for El Dorado and Taverns of Tiefenthal. Y'all, these choices on the Kallax are real difficult. I had a little bit of an easier time over on the bigger shelves, but dang. It's because all of these games that I put on this Kallax shelf are like the best of the best to me, ones that I love very, very, very much, and like just like all of the bigger games, I guess. Not entirely, because we have like Cascadia and stuff on here, but the meatier games, which I really enjoy. I think I'm gonna do Cascadia, because I've been really enjoying Cascadia. We played this 4 players with France's parents, and they really enjoyed it, and I feel like this one has a good replayability. Also, I need to make sure that I'm not taking too many like lightweight games, because I still want some hardy games. Did we end up taking... Oh, we didn't take Brass Birmingham. Okay. Well, I think Cascadia is still going to be my choice. I think that's good. And the last choice that we have is Bitoku, Tenpenny Parks, Paint the Roses, Funfair, and Decorum. Which, all of these games are so good. 2 of like the amusement park ones, we have 2 cooperative deduction games, and then Bitoku is absolutely fantastic and would bring in some good like heavyweight games, but I feel like we have some decent ones. We have Concordia, we have Gloomhaven, we have Seize the Bean, Near and Far, Viticulture, Maracaibo, Scythe, Seven Wonders is pretty lightweight. But I think we're set for like meatier games, but Bitoku is absolutely fantastic. I need to get Bitoku back to the table for sure. We have Tenpenny Parks, which allows for solo gaming, which is really nice. Really, really enjoy Tenpenny Parks. Funfair is good as well, but I think for amusement park themes, I do prefer Tenpenny Parks. But Funfair is still very fun. But I think I'm trying to choose between either Paint the Roses or Decorum to bring in a little bit of cooperative. I think Paint the Roses might win. It offers 2 to 5 players, whereas Decorum's 2 to 4. And then also I really enjoy the deduction in Paint the Roses, so I think ultimately Paint the Roses is gonna win this shelf. Okay friends, so I am currently standing behind the mic, so the audio might be a little bit weird, but I wanted to show you guys all of our games that we chose today on the table. So this is our 1 board game per shelf collection. I think it's a pretty good balance between games that we enjoy as a family, games that we enjoy just Francis and I, games I enjoy solo, and lightweight, heavier weight. I think it's a really good balance of everything. So over this side we have Concordia, Seize the Bean, Gloomhaven, Near and Far, Cascadia, Viticulture with the Viticulture World expansion. We have Catan, Paint the Roses, Hadrian's Wall, the Whatnot Cabinet, Miyabi, So Clover, Scythe, 7 Wonders, The Crew, Maracaibo, and Tukey. Okay friends, so that is going to be everything for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing me pick 1 board game per shelf. You guys should definitely try this out. It was a lot of fun. It was quite difficult to choose between board games, and it all came down to like what was paired together, you know, I feel like if my collection was organized a different way, this collection would be completely different. So it's kind of interesting to see that happen, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. Definitely recommend doing it if you want to. I'd love to see more content creators do this. I think it'd be a lot of fun to see what other creators end up with. I'm sure it'd be a lot bigger than my collection. I don't know how many games are here, but it's a pretty decent collection, and I thought I did very good coming up with a balanced collection of like party games and family weight games and heavier games and a few cooperative games and just a bunch of different things like that. So happy with the collection that we ended up with. If you guys enjoyed, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you've yet to do so. Comment down below what you guys think of the collection. I love you guys so much. Remember, you are somebody's reason to smile, and I will see you in the next board game video. Bye, friends.